a professional!
Today on X-Play.
Aw, snap.
It's deja vu all over again when we bring you E305 highlights. Nerds. Booth babes, new games, and Johnny Extreme.
Yeah!
It's game time. To the extreme.
To the max!
Two people who still have horrible E305 flashbacks. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
No more hot dogs. Hello, and welcome to this nostalgic episode of X-Play.
2005 Electronic Entertainment Expo. It seems like it was only a few weeks ago.
It was only a few weeks ago.
Oh, the distant memories. Not being able to play any PS3 games on the show floor.
Not being able to see anything from the Nintendo Revolution.
I remember wondering, where the hell is Perfect Dark Zero?
Oh, and who could forget Morgan getting chased by fanboys?
And Adam making Jay Allard uncomfortable.
Those were good times.
Yes. Today we look back on the joys and sorrows of E305.
Sure, we already gave out our Best of E3 awards, but today we celebrate the people of E3, the nerds, the geeks, the paladins, and the well-paid booth babes.
I wish they'd give those ladies some pants. This year's E3 marked the beginning of a new console cycle, so to kick off our post-E3 show, let's take a special look at all the consoles that came before the 360, the Revolution, and the PS3.
And to take us on a walk down a memory lane strewn with Sega Saturns, we found one of the few people old enough to remember the beginning of the last console cycle.
Welcome to Gaming History with the witty Stumpy Hazelton.
5 pennies for an apple. $9.99 was the day this generation was born, with the ill-fated Dreamcast. Games like NFL 2K and Sonic Adventure made sure that a lot of people bought it. And it was the first time I could play against my kinfolk across the holler. You just take this here cord and plug it into that there hole. Easy as pie. Oh. And now the Dreamcast controller. Where did I put that thing? No! Oh, God, it's bad. Daggone bad. Let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah. PlayStation 2. Boy, those games was as ugly as my second wife. Jaggy as a bandsaw blade. There wasn't nothing to play. But people still bought it. Then they went and made all these hippity-hop characters that I don't care too much for.
Whoa, this is great!
What, over here? Yeah, the Dreamcast died like a coon in a bear trap. I'll never understand it. Bill Gates, the city slicker he is, decided he needed more money. So he made the Xbox. Oh! The damn heaviest machine you'll ever see. It made things awful pretty, and everyone was playing that shooting game, Halo. And then kept playing that shooting game while they waited for another shooting game called Halo 2.
I need a weapon. Right this way.
In between, there was a few good ones, but that sucker sunk in Japan like a burlap sack full of kittens in the Mississippi. Then there's the GameCube. Nintendo wanted me to plug everything into its purple lunch pail but games. Oh, no! You plug the Game Boy in here, and you plug the online thingy here, which they suckered me into buying.
It's the bottom one.
There's too many holes. Then they go and tease me with this here Zelda game. It was a thing of beauty, but then they went and made it so I wouldn't like it. In conclusion, the old PlayStation 2 did a lot of ass whooping because it had games for people who work at fast food restaurants.
Join us next time when Stumpy explores the PSP.
Where did daggum games go? Go! I think I broke it.
Old people are great.
They sure are. Let's take a moment to cherish our elders. Okay, I'm almost over.
Okay, good. You know, every year at E3, we see a ton of new games and new consoles, and that means a ton of free swag.
Swag, for those of you who aren't industry types like myself, is the highly coveted free stuff the game companies hand out at the LA Convention Center. LA or Los Angeles, for those of you not in the business.
But insiders like Adam and me aren't the only ones coveting swag. It also attracts a special breed of nerd.
A nerd-geek hybrid called the Gunnerd.
So we sent a prominent zoologist to track this elusive creature through the halls of E3.
G4 and E3 2005 present Seduced by Science with your host, Taliska Fernley, GED.
I'm standing outside the E3 2005, where we are trembling with sensual excitement at the discovery of an entirely new species of Homo sapien. This is a species that could only be gestated here, in the warm, humid womb of E3. I'm coming, my elusive treasure. The only known footage of this elusive creature was done by a Scandinavian team who found one swag-starved outside of an N-Gage conference in Stockholm. Behold, Gnerdus ginormicus. Non-verbal, savage and unpredictable. It exists only to gather that which is more precious to its being than air. Gratis detritus. To the layman, swag. Valueless, really. And yet, the Gnerd cannot live without it. The hunt is on. A trap has been set with extremely rare swag. To Gnerd, it's like eating a seed from the hand of God. And the trap is sprung. Now it's time to fix the tracking device. Hold him steady, so it only hurt a little bit. We have you now. From here, we can track the Gnerd's every move. Sensual. Our tracking device has revealed this to be a nexus of Gnerd activity. Let us see what happens when two of the species interact while in the midst of their swag-gathering rituals. Oh. Sensuality. We cannot judge their cruelty. Their laws are their own, handed down by instinct. I now know the only way for me to truly study them is to get close. I must become Gnerd. I knew from watching Animal Planet that the watering hole was nature's great meeting place. It was there that I would become Gnerd. It was then I understood the liberating freedom of Gnerd. Gnerd showed me the complexity of nothing. Nothing but the soulless, cold touch of a hollow marketing ploy. E3 will soon be over. He will return to hibernate in the cold subterranean recesses of some dark suburban basement. God, I love that sound.
Seeing these majestic creatures in their native habitat is really incredible. Of course, I would never approach them. We all know they'd try and stuff me into a tote bag.
If you were contemplating leaving during the commercial break, you'd be missing a first look at Sega's E3 lineup. And up next, we tap into the raw animal magnetism of a man known by one word: extreme. Can I try stuffing you in a tote bag?
No.
And carrying you places?
Up next, E3 is about to get extreme. Johnny Extreme.
It's gonna punch your balls off to the extreme!
When we finally get home, first thing I'm gonna do is...
Behind the Jeep! I'm out! I need ammo! You owe me one!
They were America's most legendary infantry unit. And though every man was different, they fought as one. Big Red 1. Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1, rated T for teen.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Do you worry how you'll pay them? Don't worry anymore. The law offices of Ronnie Deutsch is devoted to protecting hardworking people like you. The IRS has attorneys on their side. You should have an attorney on your side that will fight to protect your tax rights. Don't live in fear of the IRS. Call now for a free and confidential tax analysis. You owe it to yourself and your family to call. You are not alone. Call 1-800-324-0908. That's 1-800-324-0908.
Hey, did you hear about Joey?
No.
At the company party last night, he tried to make out with an intern and ended up dancing on the bar.
Did a lot of people see him?
Not many, just a security camera.
Oh, no.
We're trying to figure out how to put it on the web.
Exactly. How about Joey caught on tape?
Joey gone wild.
Joey.
Great, the power's out, but you've got a flashlight, right? With dead batteries. Introducing the everlasting Faraday flashlight, voted USA Today's product of the year. It works every time without batteries, guaranteed. The secret is our exclusive charging technology. Just shake Faraday flashlight for a few seconds and you get bright light without batteries every time. Faraday flashlight is great for home repairs. Just shake and shine. Everlasting Faraday flashlight is perfect in the car. Use Faraday flashlight in your boat, RV, even while camping. The powerful beam can be seen over a mile away. The Faraday flashlight is waterproof, shock resistant, and so tough we guarantee it for life. Get the amazing Faraday flashlight for the incredible price of just $19.95. But wait, call now and get the pocket-size Everlasting Faraday flashlight, a $15 value, absolutely free. Get Everlasting Faraday flashlight. Call now.
Call 1-800-533-8900 to order the Faraday flashlight for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. That's 1-800-533-8900.
Over the next 2 weeks, tune into Attack of the Best of shows. We wrangle together our finest and worstest moments and put them together in neat little themed categories. The Best of Attack of the Show, December 19th through December 30th.
Still hoarding their prized E3 swag, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
You have returned to an episode of X-Play that is filtered through the rose-colored glasses of sweet nostalgia.
Yes, today we return to E3, the video game convention that lives on in our hearts.
The sights, the sounds, the smells. Oh, God, the smells.
E3 only happens once a year, but the memories last a lifetime. A nightmarish lifetime.
And one of the men making special memories for everyone he met was X-Play's special friend, Johnny Extreme.
Yes, fully recovered from the gunshot wound he received on an earlier episode of this show.
My bad.
Johnny hit the expo floor with a new lease on life and a new game to peddle to the people.
Johnny Extreme! Yeah! Extreme!
Well, tell me what it's all about, Johnny.
There's not a single title at this convention that truly goes balls to the wall and takes gaming to the max. These pantyweights wouldn't know a good game if it came up, slapped them, and called them Susan. That's why, instead of bitching about it like a little girl, I'm gonna make my own game. It's called Johnny's Extreme Adventure, and I'm gonna sell it today to the max. I'm Johnny Extreme. I'm here to pitch my new game to you. It's called Johnny's Extreme Adventure. You like the cover? This good? That's me. I'm Johnny Extreme. Do you have any games that you consider to be in the genre of ass-kicking, ball-punching to the extreme games? Absolutely. Well, here's another one for you, but this is going to be the most ass-kickingest, ball-punchingest game you've ever played. You extreme? Yeah. Are you extreme enough for my game? Yeah. You ready for Johnny's Extreme Adventure? Yeah. All right. When you first start the game, you don't have any weapons, okay? Right. You just have your extreme power. Later on, you've got like a rocket launcher that shoots chainsaws. But the chainsaws explode. It's gonna have katanas like wrapped all around, like taped to it, so you can use it for melee combat. And then later you get nukes. But I can fly, so it's okay.
You got like plastic on your...
Yeah, originally the idea was there was gonna be some Cleveland steamer stuff involved. It didn't work out so well. See this guy? I'm gonna punch his balls off. Here we go. You know how some games have like a fire level and like an ice level? This game, it's gonna like have them all at once, man. We're gonna be doing it all at the same time, just constantly, just going over and over again. Like every 3 seconds, it's gonna change. I don't want any cutscenes in the game, but if you want, we can have words flying out like extreme and to the max. Yeah. How about superfluous? Or go the other way, just balls. What else? Johnny Extreme selling the most extreme game at E3. Now who wants a t-shirt? Give him a t-shirt. Yeah! Yeah, you know, I'm thinking I might have a sidekick character. Do you want to be my sidekick? And he's gonna be like half shark, half tiger, half gorilla. Call me later, we'll work you in somehow. You can be extreme, but not to the max. That's my deal. It's gonna have replay value too, because we're gonna have these unlockables in it, but unlockables, they're not extreme enough, so we're gonna call them unlockaballs.
Balls?
Unlock a ball.
Lock balls.
Later on, there's gonna be a part in the game where you lose all your extreme power and you have to do all these escort missions. But don't play that part of the game though, because it sucks. It's gonna punch your balls off to the extreme! You know, at the end of it, you find the main dude, you punch him in the balls, you eat a sandwich, you hit the half pipe.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah?
Let's go talk about it.
We're gonna go talk about it? Oh, that's fantastic. And you know what's gonna be rated? Extreme. Get extreme.
To the extreme.
To the max.
To the max.
Now you. So here's your big news of E3 2006 right now. Johnny's Extreme Adventure. Everybody who's heard about it went to double digits in their pants. It's gonna fly off the shelves like hams at a fat camp. So get your balls to the mall and pick it up. To the extreme!
That young man has a real lust for life.
He's really taking life by the balls and then punching them off.
Poor life.
Up next, the new Sega games we couldn't show you until now.
Rated everyone 10 and up.
So where's everybody from?
I'm from Sydney, Atlanta.
LA.
I'm from a faraway place called First Place, actually.
Not this guy.
It's a shame you'll never see it, because it's lovely. Lots of open roads, just driving.
Finding the right movie to rent hasn't always been easy. With Netflix, you can get the details on all 50,000 titles. From classics to new releases, and even search for children's movies based on age. That way, there's a movie waiting for you at home.
Hello?
A princess movie! It's perfect!
There's a movie waiting for you at home. Netflix. All the DVDs you want, starting at only $9.99 a month, no late fees.
Come see The Ringer on December 23rd. It's the perfect Christmas movie. And Hanukkah! And Kwanzaa!
The Ringer.
Word! Peace out! East side, west side, other side.
Rated PG-13. Now playing everywhere.
This actress got plastic surgery. This western's being filmed in space. The beach was moved to the middle of the city. And this major movie star is wearing a bunny suit. Why? Because you said so. Play the movies and be the ultimate Hollywood player. You run the studio. You make the movies. You start careers or bring them to tears. Be Hollywood's head honcho. The movies, rated T for teen.
Refinancing with Dytek's $395 flat fee home loan can save you thousands of dollars in closing costs.
This is our third refinancing, and I told my husband, let me pick the finance company, because before we were paying too much for closing costs. So we went with Dytek this time with their $395 flat fee program for refi, and if there was no hidden fees, no hidden charges, we paid just that.
I decided to go with Dytek because of their $395 offer. It was very convenient, very easy, and they made their schedules match mine, which was great for me. And from that, I was able to take a cash out, which helped me pay off all my bills, take myself on a wonderful vacation, and place me in a very positive cash position.
Refinance now with the flat fee home loan from Dytek.com. The total lender fee is just $395. You can consolidate debts or cash out equity. There are no points or broker fees.
Call 1-800-700-9605. That's 1-800-700-9605.
Once again, two people who lost their innocence at E305. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
You know, I also lost a kidney there. Somebody roofied my juice box, and then I woke up at the Legend of Zelda cave. I was missing that organ.
Well, that's what happens when you try to sneak into the Rockstar booth.
All right. Welcome back to X-Play's post-E3 wrap-up.
Until now, we were unable to show you Sega's big E3 lineup. Well, wait no more. I got a tour of the Sega booth, and here's what I found.
In its long history, Sega has been both console giant and third-party underdog. Is E305 a great leap forward or more of the same? The concept of full auto is simple. Racing by any means necessary. Rockets, machine guns, and raw aggression make the road a boulevard of broken bones. The sheer destructibility of the environments is jaw-dropping, and crashing into things rolls out a wave of Rube Goldberg-style rubble, impressive to even the most skeptical gamer. Full Auto also adds the new Unwreck feature. If you are unfortunate enough to smash your Road Warrior into 1,000,000 polygons, Full Auto gives you a chance to unwreck yourself by reversing time. Full Auto promises full-on combat at high speeds. Shadow the Hedgehog is the darker, edgier, spikier new platformer from the Sonic universe, and this time he's strapped. Even when he's packing heat, Shadow remains faithful to the Sonic traditions. There looks like a lot of jumping and speed, speed, speed. Phantasy Star Universe starts with 3 planets celebrating 100 years of peace. Give me a break. When's the last time an idyllic RPG world stayed at peace? You must battle all kinds of fantastic creatures in real-time action-oriented combat in a quest to find your missing sister. Phantasy Star Universe will be playable both offline and online. Spartan Total Warrior is a third-person heavy action game from the creators of the Total War series. Few slash and hacks capture a truly epic battlefield, but Spartan Total Warrior is calling upon the gods to be one of them. Condemned Criminal Origins is a first-person thriller that pits you against serial killing's baddest and brightest. Atmospheric as hell, long stretches of quiet detective work are punctuated by intense life-and-death alleyway scraps. You'll defend yourself from street ruffians and hideous bum fight extras. There's no HUD or inventory screen. Your only weapons are what you have in your hands. In the forensics department, you always have your digital camera to help you look for protein stains. Ew. This year, Sega's got some titles that continue the old traditions, but with Full Auto and Condemned on the roster, it's clearly gunning for the more mature markets as well.
Okay, the 2 really promising games here, if you ask me, are Full Auto for the 360 and Phantasy Star Universe.
Full Auto was one of the few next-gen games we actually got to play at E3, and I'm looking forward to blowing more things up when the Xbox 360 launches later this year.
Condemned for the 360, on the other hand, was a nice idea, but we weren't crazy about it when we actually played it on the show floor.
The good news, there's still plenty of time for developers to work on this one and make it perfecto.
And speaking of perfecto, up next, the weirdest and most requested segment shot at E305 Live. It features a puppet, a bunch of booth babes, and a severed human head.
We have that every episode.
Up next, shocking puppet violence at E3 caught on tape. See it here first. Well, sort of.
This has got to go.
You shouldn't have to wait to skate. New Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. First skating game with no loading screens. Tear up the streets of Hollywood, mess with rich people in Beverly Hills, shred near the beach in Dogtown. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Rated T for Teen.
Call of Duty 2, rated T for Teen.
This January, G4 G4 takes you to the 24th century.
Engage.
Red alert! Enterprise, do you read me?
Star Trek The Next Generation begins January 8th on G4.
They still make less money a month than it costs to buy a hot dog at E3. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
And the line was like an hour. But if you go right outside the convention center, they have hot dogs wrapped in bacon.
Yes, because everything's better with bacon, including bacon.
So true, so true. Welcome back to X-Play's post-E3 wrap-up.
You've seen our E305 live coverage.
You've seen our Best of E3 award show.
But you've never seen anything like this before.
Unless you watch the E3 live coverage.
But that doesn't matter, because it doesn't get any stranger or more downloaded than this next segment.
Yes, we sent Attack of the Show's Brendan Moran and X-Play's own Ratty Poupée to meet women at E3.
And they wound up turning the whole thing into a horribly misguided competition. This is their story.
The eternal struggle between man and animal continues at E3.
Ratty and I are going to be competing to see who can get the most phone numbers.
Fighting for the honor of humankind is Brendan, and dueling for all of the animal kingdom is Ratty.
Aw, snap! I'm going to win this competition. You're going down, Ratty! Suck it, biatch! Yeah, it's on! Hi, hey! Hi. Couldn't help notice you there. You look very nice today. What's your name?
Thank you. Layla.
Hi, Layla. My name's Brendan.
Nice to meet you.
I'm on TV. So I was wondering maybe if you'd give me your phone number.
No. No, I'm sorry. No. You know what? Just get out of here.
Hey, what's up, Brendan? Oh, no, you didn't! Oh, you better run! I'll kill you! Hey, my name's Brendan. What's yours?
Security.
Say, would you be willing to go out with me? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Would you go out with me?
Get away from me or I kill you.
Hey, how you doing? What's your name?
Zoe?
Hi, Zoe. I love the leather. Zoe,
Oh,
Zoe,
yeah,
let me.
I like leather, too.
Ready? Get out of here! I told you this. I was taking the boot babes. You're taking the mascots. This isn't fair.
Mascots suck, I told you. I love leather. No mascot wears
Ready?
leather.
Would you just ready? Come with me.
Oh, wait,
Ready? I've had enough of your attitude. This isn't the deal.
What are you gonna do? What are you and your headband gonna do? You got nothing on me.
How about this?
Aw, come on. What am I supposed to do now? You killed my career.
Don't worry, I got a plan.
This summer on G4, he's a hard-nosed former reporter without a body.
Oh my God, I'm a monster.
His partner is a dirty puppet with a hand up his ass.
Suck it.
Ready? Throw me the rope. All right.
You better start talking.
Bite me, head.
You're out of your mind! Ow! You should be my partner. Ow!
This summer, don't lose your head.
Ready? Get out of there! It's a trap!
Ready and the head.
How are you doing this?
I don't know.
Okay, so just so you know, because you're the only person I care about knowing this, I would watch that show because there's three things I like. I like dismemberment, I like law enforcement, and I like the childish whimsy of puppets.
Yeah, dismemberment is very popular these days.
Oh, it is? No, the kids are all into it right now.
But so what do you think was more plausible, this show or Blind Justice?
Okay, Blind Justice, here's a blind person carrying a gun solving crimes, or a puppet and a head. Well, I think the exposed spinal column will actually make him more sensitive to the crime happening around him.
And he could really hold the gun in his mouth and see where he was pointing it. So I think it's more,
I think gravity in the head, hopefully one of the networks will pick it up. And, you know, we'll be
and
like
then
a feeder
Blind
channel.
Justice can die like it really, really needed to.
If you want anything relevant about E3, I really like Gears of War, like you didn't know that.
Good night.
Good night.
Today on X-Play. Since the beginning of time, the